for our junior high match. Coming up next, you've got the number Tigers, and I do apologize earlier. I was talking about the junior high. Our varsity girls match, you've got the number 1 team in the state, the Bixby Lady Spartans, and the number 2 team in the state on the girls' side, the Broken Arrow Lady Tigers. So we're going to take a quick break here. Teams are going to warm up, and then we'll get back underway.
Tonight is our Alumni Appreciation Night, and before we get started with our varsity duel, we're going to recognize some of our Spartan alum wrestlers. Once again, I'd like to thank all of our fans for coming out tonight. And we need to cheer on our Spartans. We've got our Bixby Spartans ranked number 3 versus number 4 Broken Arrow. All right, we're going to recognize some of our alum wrestlers for Bixby Spartans. Up first, we have Chris Mosley, class of 1999. After Chris Mosley, we have Ronnie Hopkins, class of 01. He got 3rd place and a 2-time state runner-up. Up next, we have Hunter Dalton, 2014, 3-time state qualifier. Ryan Stites, class of 1995, 4th and 3rd place finish of state. Mario Villanova, 1977, 2-time state qualifier. Up next, we have Anthony Micah, 2013, 2-time state placer, 1-time state runner-up. Up next, we have Leo Bailey, 1981, 3-time state champ, 4-time junior high state champ, and 2-time NCAA All-American. Up next, we have Shane Fletcher, 2010, All-State state qualifier. Up next, we got Dan Samara, 1992. And we have Lance Turley, 1995, 2-time state qualifier. And last but not least, Shane Roller, 1998, 4-time state champ. And then we've got Courtney Brown, 1990. Let's give a big round of applause for our Bixby alum wrestlers. We'd like to give a big thank you to our alum. You guys have paved the way for what our program is today. Let's give one more big round of applause for our alum wrestlers. And now, introducing your Spartan lady and Spartan varsity boys team, your Bixby Spartans. Let's get excited and make some noise. Let's get pumped up.
So good evening, ladies and gentlemen out in YouTube land. My name is Tyler Wilkie. I'll be on the call here tonight as we've got the number 2 team in the state of Oklahoma over on the girls' side, the Broken Arrow Lady Tigers, taking on the number 1 ranked Bixby Lady Spartans. Forgive me, I am fat and lazy and a little out of shape, and I had to run up the stairs to get back up here so I could talk to y'all. So we're here at Whitey Ford Fieldhouse, home of the Spartans, and over here on the boys match,
All right, we're gonna start.
we've got the number 4 team in the state of Oklahoma, the Broken Arrow Tigers, taking on the number 3 team in the state of Oklahoma, the Bixby Spartans. And so, kind of run down quickly here. Our starting lineup, we'll start over here on the girls' side. At 100 pounds, Lily Lane for your Lady Spartans looks to receive a forfeit. And 105 pounds, Sophia Reese for Broken Arrow will take on Jaden Roller for your Lady Spartans. 110 pounds, you got Skylar Drag for Broken Arrow and Lena Yang, I'm sorry, for your Lady Spartans. 115 pounds will be a forfeit for Kirsten Della Rosa for Broken Arrow. 120 pounds, you got Annabelle Chase for Broken Arrow, taking on either Mia Thompson or Isis Klinkenbeard for your Lady Spartans. And then 125 pounds, you got Ashton Sagely at 125 pounds, and Brooke Pate or Faith Cheatham for your Lady Spartans. 130 pounds, you got Jordan Tool Hunter, and then you got Claire Moffitt for your Lady Spartans. Claire could possibly bump to 135 pounds, though, because Bixby didn't weigh one in, and if she did that, she'd take on Addison Faruhar, and I apologize for butchering that one out there. I'm sorry, at 135. 140 pounds, you got Riley Robler for Bixby at 140, and then you got Lily Vasquez, Alex Darniel, or Jayla Ford for your Lady Spartans. 145 pounds. Broken Arrow did not weigh anybody in, and Bixby will bump one of those girls up and so possibly receive a forfeit from one of the 3 at 140 pounds. 155 pounds, you got Sophie Donahoe for Broken Arrow, and you got Grace Thompson for your Spartans. 170 pounds, you either got Jade McKenzie or Cicely Wadsworth. And for Bixby, you've got Millie Aslan. And 190 pounds, you got Soraya Adibi, who could possibly bump to the heavyweight bout. And you got Brooklyn Latham or Nevaeh Faye for Bixby, and one of those ladies could bump up to the heavyweight match as well. So you see the introductions going on now. And we'll do a quick rundown on the boys' side for your starting lineups. You got 106 pounds. You got Evan Notley for the Tigers against Chase Dyer. And 113 pounds, Hudson Beckley will take on Tucker Clark for the Spartans. 120 pounds will be a good match here. You got Evan Rodriguez taking on Isaiah Jones for the Spartans. And 126 pounds, another one. You got Caleb Collins, who's a state qualifier, and Gage Walker, two-time state champion. for the Bixby, 132 pounds. Broken Arrow's got either Ethan Rodriguez or Ryan Dement. Rodriguez is a state qualifier for Broken Arrow, 132 pounds. Jace Cavanagh for your Spartans is a state champion, moving over from Stillwell, where he wrestled last year. 138 pounds, you got Severin Torres or Titan Peters for Broken Arrow, and Jace Roller for Bixby. 144 pounds, you got Matthew Mann for Broken Arrow. You've got Caden Kelly or Theron Hausler for 144 pounds for the Spartans. 150 pounds, you got Garrett Stinchcomb taking on Clay Giddens Buttram. 157, you got Andrew Lawless or Braden Jones will take on Ishmael Guerrero. That'd be a good match, Lawless and Guerrero. They met earlier in the preseason with Guerrero winning pretty handedly, but that was in an open tournament and early in the year, so it'd be interesting to see how things go here. Bryce Jones or Austin Brown at 165 pounds for the Tigers. Jacob Snyder for your Spartans. 175 pounds, Josh Farquhar will take on Colton Kaiser for the Spartans. 190 pounds, you got Owen Jones and Andrew Mullen or Hank Puckett for Bixby. At 215 pounds, Cole Lamont or Cooper Cook. Lamont, I believe he's a freshman. He's pretty stout, pretty good wrestler. Placed a lot and placed pretty high in some tournaments this year. But Jersey Rob is just a man-child, and so Bixby heavily favored there, but it could be a match. Then heavyweight, you got Cocken Thompson, Kalen Thompson, and Jacob Brammer for Broken Arrow or Garrett Ritter for Bixby, as they're introducing the lineups now. So a lot of things come into play here. I know there's, I believe, one tournament left, and that's this weekend, and then we started getting ready for regionals, and so you look at matchups for regionals. If Broken Arrow is sent to the same side, they haven't released where they're going, but the 6A East region will be held at Jinx. And I'm not 100% sure on the dates. I've got it here, though, because I got a big old long email for it.
For your Bixby Spartans, Ishmael Guerrero.
I believe it's the
At 165 pounds, brought to you by Snyder Financial, Bryce Jones or Austin Brown. For your Spartans, Jacob Snyder. At 175 pounds, brought to you by Hopkins Excavating. For Broken Arrow, Josh Farquhar. For your Spartans, Colton Kaiser. At 190 pounds, brought to you by Guerrilla Wrestling, Broken Arrow, Owen Jones. And for your Bixby Spartans, Andrew Mullen or Hank Puckett.
So February 17th and 18th, I believe, is the regional wrestling tournament. It'll be held at Jinx High School. Haven't released who will be going where, but if Broken Arrow and Bixby end up at the same regional, then you got head-to-head and seeding criteria comes into play. They will split up some teams, though. I mean, the number 1 and number 2 team in the state are Stillwater and Edmond Memorial. Stillwater is technically an East Side team. And then, so you got the 1, the 3, and the 4 number ranked teams over on the East Side. And so regional matchups and stuff for rankings and seeding criteria comes into play here as well. As we're going to pause for our national anthem.
Stripes and
let's get ready to wrestle. It's going to be an action-packed night with our Lady Spartans.
All right, again, thank you for those tuning in. We're here at the Whitey Ford Gymnasium, home of the Bixby Spartans. Tonight's matchup between the number 4 Broken Arrow Tigers and the number 3 Bixby Spartans over on the boys' match. And on the girls' mat, you've got the number 2 Broken Arrow Lady Tigers taking on the number 1 ranked Bixby Spartans. Both duels will start off at the respected beginning weight. Both coaches agreeing to start it off there. Girls will start at 100 pounds. Boys will start at 106 pounds. 100 pounds Lily Lane for your Lady Spartans will receive a forfeit, so the Spartans will jump out to a 6-0 lead. As we are underway on the
106, Chase Dyer.
boys match, Evan Notley on the mat for Broken Arrow. Chase Dyer for your Spartans.
Up next for your girls at 105 pounds, your Spartan, Jaden Roller.
Dyer with a 2-point takedown for the boys. We're going to go over to the girls match and highlight this one. I'm not going to jump around as much as I did during the junior high bouts. Jaden Roller on the mat for the Spartans, taking on Sophia Reese for Broken Arrow. So those tuning in at home, the mat on the right, that'll be the girls, varsity girls matches. Roller with a throw to her back. Reese fighting it off as Jaden now kind of working to turn her back over.
Bixby strikes first on the boys with a score 2-0.
And Jaden Roller securing the fall.
Spartan, Jaden Roller.
So Jaden Roller with a fall in 44 seconds. So Lady Spartans quickly out to a 12-0 lead going into the 110-pound match. We'll turn our focus back over here to the junior high match, or the varsity boys match. I'm sorry, we just finished junior high. Colton Dyer holding on to a 2-0 lead with about 25 seconds remaining in the first period. Notley turning into him, looking for an escape, but Dyer doing a good job dropping down on the both legs and keeping him there. We reached 10 seconds remaining. You know, they go underway over on the girls' side. 110-pound Skylar Gregg for Broken Arrow will take on Lena Yang for your Lady Spartans, as period number 1 comes to an end here on the boys varsity match. Dyer's decision, Broken Arrow's decision. Broken Arrow, Evan Notley will take the bottom position. So Dyer quickly sets an anchor in and kind of goes into a crossbody ride here. Missed the head there as Notley's putting some pressure back into it. Now Dyer pulls that head back. Notley has to abandon his move there. Not a lot of action going on over here on the varsity mat, but Chase Dyer doing a great job riding him out. Too bad riding time's not a factor here in high school. Stalemate's going to be called. Neither wrestler really working for a fall or an advantage there. Notley not working his way up, and Dyer just kind of sitting there raiding the hips. Rather than warning both of them, we'll call Stalemate back to the center of the mat, and we'll put him back in the referee's position, and we're back underway.
side. Score 2-1 brings us to our second period.
So over into the second period over on the girls' mat, Gregg for the Lady Tigers with a 2-1 decision. And we'll start in the neutral position as Dyer had a cradle locked up but unable to get the turn. Short time with about 10 seconds remaining here in period number 2.
Brings us to the end.
So Chase Dyer riding him out into our third and final period, leading 2-0. Dyer takes the bottom position, and you see Coach telling you, hey, we got to have action on the bottom, Coach Ray Blake, for your Spartans. So third and final period underway here on the varsity mat, and Notley, he's got to turn him, and if he cuts him, he's got to take him down to secure the victory. So he's got a chicken wing in now, looking to elevate the leg and get it. And he's got near fall coming. He got 2 swipes, and here comes another. Still not able to get the full 5, so he's only got 2 near fall right now. He's still got the same move in, so they're not going to award the points yet. He's got to get his arm, he's got to let go of the chicken wing and clear it, and there he does. 2-point near fall, Evan Notley. So now Notley going for the spladle real quick as Skylar Gregg winner by fall over on the girls mat, and so 12-6, your team score there. 2 more near fall for Notley now. So 20 seconds remaining here in the match. Notley with a splatter, but they're out of bounds. They only have 1 point in, 1 supporting point, so 12 seconds remaining in the third period here. So now Chase Dyer, your only goal is don't give up bonus points.
At 120 for your Bixby Spartans, Isis Klinkenberg.
So Isis Klinkenberg going to check in at 120 pounds, going to take on Annabelle Chase for Lady Tigers, as we're tied at 12.
Brings us to the end of
so Notley wins over on the varsity boys match just by decision though, so Dyer not giving up bonus points. So that moves us to 113 pounds. Hudson Beckley on the mat for Broken Arrow, take on Tucker Clark for the Spartans.
On your boys varsity side, your Spartan, Tucker Clark.
So Beckley in on a single leg, and Tucker Clark doing all he can to fend it off. He's got the length. He's a rather tall individual. Looked kind of for a cow catcher there, but unable to get it. So now goes back in and to the front headlock. As Beckley back now able to grab into a double leg, but we're going to call stalemate with 1:08 remaining. So in the girls' match, I believe the 115-pound bout was a double forfeit, which is going to allow Broken Arrow to kind of bump down and wrestle that 145-pound match. So Annabelle Chase wrestling here at 120 pounds. Kristen Della Rosa wrestling here, I believe. And now working for a fall against Isis Klinkenbeard and gets it.
Broken Arrow with the win on the girls' side.
So that ties the team score at 12 for the girls' race. Again, that's number 1 and number 2 going at it. Your Lady Spartans ranked number 1. So that'll end period number 1 over here. We're scoreless on the boys. Here at 113 pounds. Hudson Beckley will take the bottom position for the Tigers. So 1 point release as
125 pounds, Annabelle Chase will be a forfeit for Bixby.
So Annabelle Chase receiving a forfeit at 125 pounds. So that gives Broken Arrow a 18-12 advantage as they move on to 130 pounds. And a 2-point takedown there for Hudson Beckley.
Up next at 130 pounds for your Spartan ladies, Brooke Pate.
So Brooke Pate will bump to 130 for your Lady Spartans, and she'll take on either Ashton Sagely or Jaden Toolhunter. And over here on the mat, Hudson Beckley working on a fall with a cradle. Locked up, Tucker Clark doing all he can to fend it off, but secures the fall. So in a bout like this, when it's going to be close, bonus points are everything, and so Tucker Clark giving up bonus points there. So 9-0 lead for the Tigers as we move to 120 pounds. Evan Rodriguez on the mat for Broken Arrow and Isaiah Jones for your Tigers. Brooke Pate working for a fall over on the girls' match. I talked earlier in the junior high match about flexibility, and that's one thing that the girls have an advantage on is their flexibility, but unable to be flexible enough to get out of that. Brooke Pate winner by fall, tying the score at 18. Scoreless over here on the boys varsity mat with a minute left. Isaiah Jones on the mat for the Spartans. Evan Rodriguez for Broken Arrow.
Up next, 135 pounds on the girls, Farquhar for Broken Arrow.
So Farquhar checking in at 135 pounds for the Tigers. We'll see who Bixby sends over. As we're still scoreless.
And for your Bixby Spartan ladies, Claire Moffitt.
Claire Moffitt, bumping to 135 pounds, going to take on Farquhar. With 10 seconds remaining on the boys' mat, we're still scoreless here in the first period.
On our boys' side.
So ending period number 1 scoreless.
To the second period.
Isaiah Jones for the Spartans, Evan Rodriguez. Rodriguez will start in the bottom position as the official calls Jones to cover. Quickly to his feet and an escape, Evan Rodriguez. So takes the early advantage, 1-0. Isaiah Jones with a shot. In on a single leg, but Rodriguez controlling that hand. Fighting hard on the edge of the mat, and they're out of bounds. Minute 26 remaining. .35 remaining over on the girls' match. Claire Moffitt and Addison Farquhar for Broken Arrow tied at 0.
Brings us to the halfway point of the second period.
So 1 minute remaining here on the varsity boys, and Isaiah Jones in on a shot. 2 secures the takedown. Jones taking the lead 2-1.
With a big lift. And on your girls' side, a score 0-0 going into the second period.
So heading into period number 2, Moffitt and Farquhar tied at 0 as they head into the second period, and Moffitt chooses the top position. We got 15 seconds remaining here over on the boys' side. Isaiah Jones rolls out of bounds. 14.5 remaining here at 120 pounds. Jones with a 2-1 lead. Moffitt turns Farquhar. Now working for a fall. And gets the fall, Claire Moffitt.
Claire Moffitt.
Caution given to Rodriguez over here on the boys' match. That's his first caution. But Claire Moffitt with a big fall for your Lady Spartans. 24-18 now your Lady Spartans lead. And Evan Rodriguez tying the score with an escape there on the whistle. So we're tied at 2 over on the boys' match, and that'll end period number 2.
For your Lady Spartans, 140 pounds, Jayla Ford. And for your Bixby Spartan boys, we're in our third and final period. Let's make some noise.
So Jayla Ford on the mat at 140 pounds for the Lady Spartans. And an escape with Isaiah Jones taking now the lead 3-2 with a minute 45 remaining for the boys as we're underway at 140 pounds. Riley Roblyer for Broken Arrow against Jayla Ford for your Lady Spartans. Lady Spartans with a 24-18 lead. A minute and a half remaining here for the boys. Isaiah Jones still with a 3-2 lead as they're tied up. Over on the edge of Matt Jones looking to jack him up and throw, and Rodriguez tries to step through and counter it, but unable to do so, but does block it off. Now short sit, but backing out, so warning given to Evan Rodriguez. So that's his first warning. He gets another one. That costs a point.
And we've got a technical difficulty on the girls' side. Trying to figure it out here. On the boys' side, your final 45 seconds.
So 45 seconds remaining here over on the boys' side. Again, if you heard that, technical difficulties over on the girls' match, so they're getting that worked out. But Isaiah Jones holding on to a 3-2 lead here over Evan Rodriguez, and this will be another matchup in regionals and probably meet at some point in the state tournament as well. The regionals top 5 will qualify. So out of bounds. No, he said he's out of bounds. No takedown. Jones wants it, so does the fans, but unable to convince him. 15 seconds remaining here. 1 point advantage for Jones. Five seconds remaining. Rodriguez has got to go now, but he's just kind of conceded the match. Jones with a double leg, but not before time runs out. 3-2 advantage.
Jones, your Bixby Spartan with the win.
So Isaiah Jones getting the Spartans on the board 9-3 with the decision. Now we move to 126 pounds. On the mat for the Tigers will be Caleb Collins.
Spartans at 126 pounds, Gage Walker.
And two-time state champ Gage Walker on the mat for your Spartans. Quickly in on a single leg. So Gage, 2-point takedown. Gage is definitely one you look to for your bonus points as he gives him a release, and now another quick 2 takedown. And he breaks him down to the mat. Looks like he's trying to, and he does. There you go, with a tilt. Good mat awareness there now. So 3-point near fall. Walker quickly out to a 7-1 advantage. Now Walker just keeping the pressure on him now. Lets him up. 1-point release for Collins.
And Bixby Spartans takes the win for your Lady Spartans.
So Jayla Ford receives a forfeit there at 140 pounds. Not real sure what was going on over there. But anyways, your Lady Spartans jump out now 30-18.
All right, now we're at 140 pounds. Bixby Spartans with a forfeit win.
Okay, so Jayla Ford, that was 135 pounds. And now I'm all kind of confused over there. And so that was 140 pounds that we just got a forfeit on.
For your Lady Spartans at 145, Jayla Ford.
Okay, so Jayla Ford now going to go to 145 pounds. And I'm guessing this is Roblyer.
Second period on your boys' side. The score 9-2, your Bixby Spartans.
And going into the second period, Gage Walker with a 9-2 advantage. And he's on the bottom position. Caleb Collins looking to kind of cradle him up here. Walker controlling that hand. As Jayla Ford with a takedown and to the back, looking for a fall over on the girls' side as Walker gets the escape. And Jayla Ford at 145 pounds secures the fall.
Jayla Ford.
36-18 now your Lady Spartans with the advantage. Nice throw by attempt there by Caleb Collins, a redirect from the shot. As we go under a minute here in the second period.
on your Lady Spartan side at 155 pounds, Grace Thompson.
So at 155 pounds now, Grace Thompson strolling out onto the mat for your Lady Tigers, or Lady Spartans, I'm sorry. As Gage Walker with a 12-2 commanding lead here for your Spartans over on the boys varsity mat.
Brings us to the third and final period on the boys' side. Come on, Spartan fans.
2 minutes remaining here as we move into the third and final period. Gage Walker with a 12-2 lead. Collins for the Tigers will take the bottom position, and now we're underway over on the girls' mat with Grace Thompson for your Lady Spartans in on a nice double leg there. Gotta suck that leg in to finish, and tries to step over and pull it to her as Walker now working for a fall on the boys' mat. 2-point takedown Thompson, but we're going to stay over on the boys' mat a little bit, and Gage Walker trying to secure a fall for the Spartans. Minute and 30 seconds remaining here in the match. 3-point near fall. So now he's in a position where he could possibly tech fall him and get 5. But as a coach, you really want that fall because if there's a tie, it goes to falls first. And Walker with another tilt and secure the 3. Trying to pull him back over, not giving up on the move. To secure the fall. .45 seconds. Caleb Collins doing all he can to fend it off and doing a dadgum good job of it. And unable to do it. 3-point near fall. That'll end it. It's a tech fall. 18-2. So it makes the team score 8-9 now. As I was saying, if this somehow ended up in a tie, it's total wins against wins, and then if that's tied, then it goes to the most falls. And so right now, Broken Arrow has 1 fall. And so they would win on criteria, but we move on to 132 pounds. Looks like Ethan Rodriguez on the mat for Broken Arrow, and Jace Cavanagh, state champion, on the mat for the Tigers, or for Spartans, I'm sorry. I'll get it right eventually, I do apologize. Cavanagh has a whizzer in as he almost got thrown there. So defending off the leg, and the crowd yelling too, but now he gets it. 2-point takedown for Rodriguez. Now Cavanagh is looking for a reversal and tries to lock up a cradle on the edge of the mat, but unable to do so, but does get the escape. So 2-1, Cavanagh trailing Ethan Rodriguez. Grace Thompson, and a big move there by Cavanagh to the back. Rodriguez goes. 2-point takedown and a 2-point near fall. 4-point move there for Jace Cavanagh. Short time, less than a second. .9 on the clock there as they go out of bounds. So that'll end the first period. Cavanis with a 5-2 advantage over on the girls' match. Grace Thompson trying to clear her hand, but Lady Tiger holding on to it, and Thompson with a 7-0 advantage. And the Lady Tiger will take the neutral position starting the third and final period. Second period underway on the boys' mat. Cavanis starting off in the superior position. That's Thompson giving up a takedown over on the girls' side, and Cavanis giving up the escape over here. Thompson with the reversal. Cavanis with a takedown. Rodriguez almost catches. He headhunts and almost catches Cavanis on his back for a defensive fall. Cavanis able to fight off as he abandons his mood. Now they're to their feet, and it's going to be a 1-point release to Rodriguez. So minute 21, 7-4. The advantage for Cavanis as Grace Thompson picks up the fall.
Your Lady Spartans, Grace Thompson.
So Grace Thompson picking up the fall for your Lady Spartans, 42-18. The team race now as the 1 minute remaining here in the second period. Cavanis with a 7-4 advantage. Cavanis with a headlock. To the back, 2-point takedown now, working for the fall. Elevating the head, trying to get both shoulders square, but not give up a roll through, and secures the fall. Jace Cavanis gets the crowd into it with a big fall. 14-9 now, your team race. As we now move on to 138 pounds, I'm not sure who the Tigers are throwing out there. It's either Severin Torres or Titan Peters. I'm going to guess that this would be Titan Peters. And on the mat for the Spartans, Jace Roller. So Jace Roller on the mat at 138 pounds, coming back from an ACL tear earlier this year.
170 pounds. Your Lady Spartan, Millie.
This summer secures a takedown there for your Spartans, and Millie Aslan on the mat for the Lady Spartans. She's taking on either Jade McKenzie or Cicely Wadsworth.
Bixby.
And Millie with a quick takedown there in the first 10 seconds of the match. So she'll go to work on top as Jace Roller now looking for a fall. And gets the fall. 57 seconds. Jace Roller. So Jace Roller with the fall for your Spartans. Team score 20-9 now in favor of Bixby.
At 144 pounds, Caden Kelly.
So I think they're bumping Severin Torres to 144 pounds for the Tigers. And Caden Kelly on the mat for your Spartans. Here at 144 pounds. And Millie Aslan working for a fall over on the girls' match. And gets it.
And on the ladies'
A minute 11 seconds.
Millie Aslan.
Bixby dominating the duel. 48 now to 18. As they move on to for the Lady Tigers, I believe. And they could have, there was some jockeying that they could have done, so I'm not 100% sure who's on the mat for the Lady Tigers. But with under a minute to go over on the boys varsity mat, Caden Kelly tied at 0.
Out of bounds. Action comes back to the middle.
With 46 seconds to go out of bounds remaining. So the Lady Tigers securing a takedown over on the girls match now with a half. And a scramble ensues. Nevaeh almost coming out on top, but now Lady Tiger able to counter it and now working for a fall. So we got short time here over on the boys' side. And the Lady Tigers securing a fall there at 190 as we go out of bounds on the boys' match. So 48-24 is your team score now. Heading into the final weight class for the girls.
For your Lady Spartans at 235, Brooklyn Latham.
So Brooklyn Latham, for your Lady Spartans, will get a forfeit at 235 pounds. So 54-24, a dominating 30-point advantage for your Lady Spartans. Staying on top as the #1 team in 6A for the girls. Actually, I think it's all classes in girls. They're not broken up into large and small. So now we're going to have some exhibition matches. You see Lily Lang getting ready to wrestle there.
Lilybug Lane.
And the announcer calling her Lilybug Lane. I don't think she liked that one too much. Lily's going to take a match here for the Lady Spartans here, an exhibition match. So we'll turn most of our attention back over here to the boys varsity mat. Here at the 144-pound weight class, Caden Kelly on the mat for the Spartans, and I believe it's Severn Torres for the Tigers. So about 30 seconds remaining here in the second period. And Tigers with a 1-0 advantage by way of an escape there at the second period. So 5 seconds remaining here in this match. And they're going to go out of bounds with 2 seconds remaining. Kind of a little hand fighting, pushing and shoving each other there. So we're going to head into the third period. Kelly trailing by 1 will take the bottom position.
Noise for our Bixby wrestler.
So starting the third period, Caden Kelly takes the bottom position. Escape will tie the score. Reversal wins it. He's quickly out as Severn Torres went for a waist ankle, unable to get it. So tying the score at 1 with an escape, Caden Kelly. Kelly wrestling on the side, they both step out. So point of emphasis this year, if you wrestle on the edge of the mat and you're shot off and you back up, you can be hit for stalling, and two stalling calls gives you a point, your opponent a point, and so that you don't want that to be a deciding factor in your match. So alumni night here again. We got to meet quite a few alumni as Caden Kelly Severn Torres hit with a warning, and that's his first. But again, alumni night here, and had several show up. Shane Fletcher, state qualifier, three-time state qualifier. Hunter Dalton was here. Ryan Stites, state placer, and wrestled for Oklahoma State. Shane Roller, four-time high school state champ here in the state of Oklahoma for Bixby, and then went on and was a All-American for Oklahoma State, and then fought in the UFC for several years, and now back and he's coaching. Leo Bailey, good to see him back here. And a lot of the other guys, good to see some of the older folks come out. Those that graduated back in the 70s. Yep, I know. I called you old, I'm sorry. Caden Kelly with a shot now as we reach the final 10 seconds. And this one's still tied at 1. And good action as a circle there by Torres to avoid another stall call. So we got 2.1 remaining here in regulation. So this one looks like we're going to go to 1 minute sudden victory.
And brings the match to
and we are. So
time of the night. Come on, Bixby Spartan fans, let's make some noise.
So 1 minute on the clock, sudden victory. Takedown wins it. Stall call. If Broken Arrow gets a stalling call, Bixby wins it here. So Caden Kelly needs to be the aggressor, but smart on it as well. Torres in on a shot, but Caden Kelly defending it. Broken Arrow wanting to, but he's not around the waist yet. "13 seconds remaining. Caden Kelly holding on for dear life. Slips on his grip and take down Torres. Gets the win for Broken Arrow in sudden victory. So 20-12 now your team score as we move on to 155 pounds.
Up next at 150 pounds, your Bixby Spartan, Clay Giddens-Buttram.
So Clay Giddens-Buttram on the mat for your Spartans. And I believe Garrett Stinchcomb is who they weighed in, and that's who he will wrestle. Giddens take a shot from a distance and then kind of moves up into a body lock, but slides out of it. Now controlling the risk and fighting for head position here. Lily Lane in her exhibition match leading 2-0 for your Lady Spartans. And see Lily got a nose plug in, had some blood time earlier. So as they're going to head into the third period, Lily with a 2-0 lead. If you turn our attention back over here, Clay Giddens-Buttram and Stinchcomb with the front headlock. Buttram doing a good job controlling that elbow. Stalemate called. Stinchcomb trying to break Clay down, but Clay so strong and not giving up the position there. So 15 seconds here remaining in the period number 1. Tied at 0 still. Wrestlers just really just kind of feeling each other out here. And so that ends period number 1. We're tied at 0.
Brings us to the second period.
Buttram will defer to the third period. Stinchcomb says, I want neutral. I wouldn't go under Clay either. Things getting exciting over on the girls' match as Clay shoots in on a double, comes up with a body lock, but they call him out of bounds.
No score given.
So no takedown awarded there. And Lily Lane doing all she can to fend off a takedown over here for the Lady Spartans in her exhibition match. Lily winning by forfeit and hangs on to win 2-0. Great job there, both ladies. That was a hard-fought match. Lily picking up the win.
On the ladies' side, we have another exhibition match.
Buttram shoots in from a distance onto a single leg, but Stinchcomb able to kick out of it. As we're under 50 seconds remaining. Kind of getting testy over here on the boys' match. Buttram with a rather heavy hand to the head there. So we end period number 2 at Stinchcomb. Took a neutral position, so we're tied still at 0, so no takedowns. So Clay Giddens Buttram will take the bottom position. And Buttram up to his feet in the escape, so Buttram taking the lead 1-0. In on a single. Stinchcomb tried to kick out of Buttram, comes up with it, sets him on his hip, grabs both legs, 2-point takedown. Clay Giddens Buttram. Stinchcomb quickly runs out of bounds, so he'll go to the center of the mat now in the bottom position. Clay quickly sets an anchor in and goes to work on top.
Brings us to our final minute of the third period.
So neither wrestler improving their position there, so official referee is going to call a stalemate.
Action restarts in the middle. Brings us to our final.
So 30 seconds remaining here in the match. Clay Giddens Buttram for the Spartans looks to ride him out and win 3-0. So warning given to Stinchcomb with 15 seconds remaining. The Spartans leading 20-12 here as Clay Giddens Buttram set to take a 3-0 decision.
And with the win, your Bixby
So now 23-12.
Clay Giddens.
Spartans lead with Clay Giddens Buttram decision at 150. We move on to 157 pounds. And either Andrew Lawless or Braden Jones is on the mat for Broken Arrow. He's taking on Ishmael Guerrero. And Ishmael quickly in on a shot and now looking for a cradle. And Ishmael now awarded the takedown. Now Ishmael going to work on top, looking for near fall here. And secures the 5 count, so 3-point near fall coming for Ishmael. Now working for a fall. Three-point near fall awarded to Guerrero. As under a minute here in the first period, Guerrero quickly 5-0. Lets him up, but goes into a front snake. Still working for a fall and no point awarded yet for the escape. Tiger shoots in on a single leg. Guerrero still in control, has the cradle locked up now and rolls him over to his back, now working for a fall. And secures the fall. Ishmael Guerrero, minute 43.
Ishmael Guerrero. Up next for your Bixby Spartans.
29-12 your score.
Jacob Snyder.
With Guerrero winning by fall. We move to 165 pounds. Jacob Snyder on the mat for the Spartans. And any number of people for Broken Arrow. It could be Bryce Jones, Austin Brown, Andrew Lawless, or Braden Jones, one of those four. So minute 10 remaining here in period number 1, tied at 0. Jacob Snyder for the Spartans. Two-point takedown for the Tigers. Now Snyder fighting off of his back, gives up 3-point near fall. So a 5-point move there for the Tigers. As we wrestle on the edge of the mat here. And we'll call a stalemate there on the edge of the mat. So big move there for the Tiger wrestler. Jacob Snyder back to the center, but will be in the bottom position. One-point escape. Snyder, as he rolls and is able to get an escape here with 20 seconds remaining. Another big takedown for the Tiger, but it could backfires. Snyder rolls him over to his back. Five seconds remaining and secures the fall. Jacob Snyder counters the move, the takedown by the Tiger wrestler, and able to cartwheel through it and gets the fall. At 165 pounds, Jacob Snyder, your winner by fall. Holy cow. We move on to 175 pounds now. Josh Farquhar is who they have lined up for the Tigers, and Colton Kaiser on the mat for the Spartans. Two-point takedown, Colton Kaiser. Not real sure what Farquhar was attempting. He had kind of a front headlock and was, I guess, trying to roll him through, but he pulled him right down on top of him and almost stuck himself on his back there. Nonetheless, Kaiser able to capitalize there with a takedown. So 35 seconds remaining here in period number one. Colton Kaiser with a takedown leading 2-0. So I have a tie to the Kaiser family, as Colton's father, Chris, actually wrestled at Jinx High School for my father, Larry Wilkie. So kind of cool to see his kids coming up through the ranks and wrestling. And it'll be the Tigers' decision, and Farquhar takes the neutral position. So trailing 2-0, we're underway here in period number two. Tiger took the neutral position. Kaiser's with the spin move, two-point takedown. And that's why that spin move in elementary is so important. For motion, you just never give up on it. Kaiser able to secure the takedown, gives a one-point release to Farquhar. And now, things getting a little bit testy on the mat.
And we got some excitement. Let's make some noise.
So both wrestlers are going to be talked to here. They both kind of exchanged, not quite punches, but some little slaps, and that's part of the sport. It's a battle out there. So Kaiser in now on a single leg. Elevates Farquhar and takes him down to his back for a takedown. Now earning near fall. Two-point takedown and gets two swipes for a two near fall. Not awarded. There it is, two-point near fall awarded. Now Kaiser snakes him to his back, now working for the fall. And gets it. Colton Kaiser securing the fall. And wrestlers jawing a little bit after the match. Little stare down there. You know, I'd love to see it, but you got to be careful, because you don't want to You don't want to cost your team any team points or you get a flagrant and then you're out. You know, there's too much riding on the line this late in the season, so you got to be careful with it, but you do love to see some friendly competition there as we move on to 190 pounds. Hank Puckett on the mat for your Spartans. Owen Jones for the Tigers. And so we're out of bounds. Just right at a minute remaining here at 190 pounds. Hank Puckett with a takedown. Had a snake in there and was going for it, but unable to get it to stick. One point escape there for Owen Jones. .30 seconds remaining here in period number one. And so both Bixby and Broken Arrow moving on, and we'll go to dual state coming up later in February as both of them won their districts. So they'll represent their district at dual state, and 2-point takedown there for Hank Puckett. And a decent opportunity for these two to meet again. But you'll have to go through Westmore and Edmond Memorial, Stillwater. I'm not sure who else all won their districts over on that side. But 6A is loaded. Regionals coming up here. 6A East Regional will be at Jinx High School. Be a fun one to watch as we get the second period underway. Hank Puckett giving up an escape there to Jones. So 4-2 lead for Hank. But just at the Jinx Regional for 6A East, I mean, you could possibly have Bixby, Broken Arrow, and Stillwater, you know, there. That's the 1, 3, and 4 team in the state of Oklahoma, as well as, I mean, Sand Springs is tough, and so, I mean, there's a lot of tough teams, and so it'll be interesting to see what the OSSAA does and how they split it up, because they always send a west side, 1 or 2 west side teams over, and they'll send a couple of east side. Sometimes they only send one over to the west side. So it'll be interesting to see how the regionals play out, and the state tournament will definitely be one to watch and be fun. And Hank Puckett with a shot there and almost into a lateral as we're under a minute to go here in the second period. So Jones defending off another takedown attempt by Puckett, as we've got 20 seconds remaining here in the second period. And they call him out of bounds with 9 seconds to go, as both wrestlers were just kind of dancing there on the outside the line there. Puckett with another shot. Jones attempts a throw by to redirect it, and that ends period number 2.
Third period, your score
Puckett with a 4-2 lead. Hank elects the bottom position. Up next, we've got at 215 pounds, you'll have Cole Lamont or Cooper Cook for the Tigers and Jersey Robb for the Spartans. As Puckett quickly out with an escape, 5-2 now. 3-point advantage for the Spartan. So those tuning in at home, thank you for that. And Puckett with a takedown as we reach a minute remaining. So stalling now given to Jones. That'll be his first. Hank Puckett now trying to put the arm on the back and run a half.
Final 30 seconds. Let's make some noise.
We reach 30 seconds remaining here in the 190-pound bout.
Stalling, a 1-point Bixby.
Another stalling call there on Jones. Another point for Puckett, so now has a 6-point lead, 8-2. And that'll do it. Hank Puckett, your winner, 8-2 for the Spartans. 44-12 now. Your Spartans lead is Jersey Robb.
Hank Puckett. Up next at 250 pounds, your Bixby Spartan, Jersey Robb.
So Jersey Robb now on the mat for the Spartans, and I'm not sure who the Tigers sent out. It's either Cole Lamont or Cooper Cook. Just my guess, it would be Cooper Cook. As quick takedown there by Jersey Robb. And now Robb lets him up for a release, so 1 point for the Tiger.
Two more, Bixby.
Jersey Robb adds 2 more onto his total and pushes him out of bounds for a 1-point release, so 4-2. Jersey Robb, I believe, is committed to Oklahoma State as a blast double out of bounds, but unable to stay in and secure the takedown. And 2 points again there for Jersey Robb as he's putting on a takedown clinic. So 30 seconds remaining here in the first period with Jersey Robb, another takedown. We reach the final 15 seconds. Robb's going to ride him out. Go into the second period with an 8-3 lead.
brings us to the second period. Your score 8-3.
So 8-3 heading into the second period. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, coming up Friday, a big duel from the NCAA circuit. Number 1 and number 2, Penn State and Iowa will battle it out in Happy Valley. I believe you can catch all the action live on Flow. A warning giving to the Tiger for backing out.
2 points, Bixby.
And Rob with another 2-point takedown there. Keeps the pressure and going to let him up. Keeps the pressure on the head. And shoots him off.
Out of bounds.
So 10-5. 10-5, Jersey Rob with the lead. As the Tiger in on a lazy shot, and Rob easily goes around for a takedown. 1 point release there for the Broken Arrow Tiger. And a nice throw by Jersey. Quickly back up to his feet to let him up. Oh, another 1 point. So there's 40 seconds remaining here in this match. Spartans with a dominating 44-12 team score lead, but I don't believe that the Tigers actually put all of their main guys out, as I guarantee you come regionals they'll have a different lineup here. A lot of head-to-head stuff, you know, with seeding and stuff like that. So warning given to the Tiger for backing out. So another point for Jersey Rob now, and a takedown to make it 19-8. But as I was saying, you know, head-to-head competition is the number one tiebreak whenever for seeding criteria when you go to seed the regional tournament. And so, you know, if you can avoid that match up at all, if at all possible, you can. I mean, there's other criteria. There's common opponents and placings and all that. And so, I mean, that seeding meeting gets kind of testy. I've run it a few times. I'll run it again this year. And so, especially with the caliber of wrestling that we're going to have on both sides of the state, that seeding meeting, either one of those aren't one I really want to be in. As Jersey Rob now up, it says 12, but it's really 22-8. So 22-9 now. So one more takedown does it, as we've got a minute 25 to go. And now Jersey's going to try and snake him and take him down to fall, but just goes behind. And that gives up the technical fall. And so your winner by tech fall, Jersey Rob for the Spartans. So 49-12 now as we go into our final bout, and not real sure who the Tigers are throwing out there. In fact, I think I'm going to guess it's going to be Jacob Brammer and Garrett Ritter on the mat for your Spartans. So if you're a Spartan fan tuning in tomorrow night, as Garrett Ritter is out of bounds. He only had one supporting point in, so neutral position. Tomorrow night, your basketball team takes on the Muskogee Roughers, and it's the lights out game, so I believe they'll have black t-shirts for sale that tomorrow night. They had them for sale out in the lobby tonight. And then I know next Tuesday you make the trip over across the Arkansas River and you'll take on the Jinx Trojans next Tuesday night. As we reach 45 seconds remaining here in period number 1. Brammer and Ritter here in the heavyweight division. Ten seconds remaining here in the first period. And a nice takedown there by Brammer.
2 points, broken arrow.
So not what you want to see if you're the Bixby coach, giving up a takedown that easily and that late in the period as we end the first period. Brammer will take the bottom position. Ritter, tough on top. Now Ritter able to break him down. Now working for a bar arm here. So Ritter showing he's tough on top, but now gets hip heavy, and Brammer got a hold of that leg, but Ritter able to get it back.
Brings us to the third.
So Ritter rides him out in the third or in the second period. So we go to the third and final period. Garrett Ritter will take the bottom position. Brammer with a 2-0 lead will cover. Ritter quickly to his feet. And a nice inside trip attempt there, but Brammer not having it, so 1 point escape there for Ritter and the Spartans. So Ritter trailing by 1, attempts a takedown. Brammer counters it. So now 4-1 is the lead for the Tiger. as we go under a minute to go here in our final bout of the duel. You hear the Spartan coaches telling Ritter to crawl forward, crawling forward to get that leg clear. Unable to do so as now we're under 30 seconds. Now he's got it clear. Now Ritter needs to base up here. 20 seconds remaining. Seven seconds remaining here in the match. 2-1. And Brammer will win the final bout of the evening over Garrett Ritter. But 49-15 your final score, as both varsity teams for Bixby win in commanding fashion. The boys winning 49-15 and the ladies Spartans 54-24 over on the girls division. So Bixby girls remaining number one, and the Spartans looking to move up in the rankings as they're currently ranked number 3. And Broken Arrow taking a drumming like that could drop up to 5th possibly. Highly doubt it, but you could see it. But we thank you to all our sponsors. Thank you to those for tuning in. We hope to do this more often. My name is Tyler Wilkie. You can find me on Twitter at JMatt Announcing. That's JMAT Announcing. Tweet us, let us know how it was and what we need to improve. Have a good night. Thanks.
Again, thank you for coming out tonight and supporting your Spartans. We are excited to see you come back next week.